Welcome to Sports Sushi. Your chefs for tonight are Sports Plug Russ, serving up the spiciest sports takes of the week. Sterling Furrow, rolling the X's and O's into an analytical maki platter. And finally, the moderator who always keeps the sake flowing, DJ Slow Boogie. Now grab those chopsticks and get ready, because your order of fresh and raw sports sushi is up.
You already know what time it is. Hey.
What's happening?
It's Wednesday, goddammit. You already
It's
know what time it is.
Wednesday. You know what time it is. You want me to?
I didn't know it was cap night. I don't got any caps.
Hey, let's get it. Okay, welcome to Sports Sushi. I know what's up. How y'all doing, man? We on.
Hey, man, look here, man. Like always, man, it's I'll be the moderator for this tonight's show. We got my boy Sports Plug Russ, and we have our guy, our producer, our fearless leader, Chris Hubert, joining us, man. He's gonna be kind of
The only person that says more wild and shit than me.
I got a house full of old ladies watching 80 for Brady right now.
What's up? 80 for Brady.
All right, man. We got our guy Chris stepping in with us. Sterling's going to jump in probably like 15, 20 minutes after we start. He has prior obligations to complete before he jumps in with us. But I hope Chris would kind of stay in the show as we go on.
Be a regular opener from now on, I guess.
I mean, yeah, bro. You're like,
fuck with us.
I'm going to have to start watching MMA?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I don't know anything about it. I just two people fight, one person raises the hand and goes,
hey, two people walk in, one walks out.
Too many bear hugs for me.
Sometimes a guy goes, my fucking ankle. And he's like, oh shit, his ankle snapped down. But like, yeah, but the shit, the fight game's cool.
It is. It's some good shit. And,
if all else fails, y'all can reach out. Ghost probably out there somewhere. He's always willing to tell a story, talk about fighting.
All right,
I'm going to do a little plug right away early here.
What you got?
That sports sushi bracket.
Oh, yes. Yes, we got our sports sushi bracket. What you got for us, Russ? I know you...
All right, let me go ahead and tell you, because it is the most wonderful time for the year. You know what I'm saying? March Madness is here upon us, and as always, I have blessed thee with some fun. This year, it is the Sports Sushi Bracket, Sports Sushi Challenge 23. That's the name of it. If you go to the ESPN Tournament Challenge, you can search for it. Or if you follow me on Twitter, RLClimbSP, with that @ symbol in front, you can find it that way because I tweet it out every day, at least like once or twice a day. Chris also tweets it out through the @SportsSushi Twitter, so you can follow us there.
We got the short link up on screen too. bit.ly/sport or Sushi Madness.
And you know what I'm saying? So go in there, name yourself, fill out a bracket. I'm gonna add a caveat, man. You know what I'm saying? For those out there. If you win, you might have already seen it's not really adding, it's already there. If you win, you get $200. And you know what I'm saying? I will begrudgingly pay you. And if I know you, I'm gonna send you a picture of a middle finger or me like this. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of nasty face. So I'm like a very, 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 very poor man's Terry Bradshaw right now. You know what I'm talking about? So like play the game, sign up. If you win, you win. It's honestly, me saying it's me versus the field, because I don't believe that y'all could beat me, and y'all proved me wrong last year. And so let's see if you can do it again. Sign up.
If I win, I'm putting it all into sports sushi ads.
There we go. I love it. So I hope Chris wins. Because I know if Boogie wins, that shit is not going to ads. It's probably going to something else.
Really bailing me out early.
I was just explaining the Sports Sushi Tournament Challenge to the people. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen you pop up yet, but I know y'all will. You got to do it. Oh, most important thing. Why y'all let me forget? Well, more important than the challenge and everything. Let me see you. Damn, Chris said bye.
Yeah, bye.
Nigga, damn, man. He said bye. Golly, shit. This ain't my type of party. No, I'm joking. But like I said, everybody, it's really important. 11 o'clock. And shit, there was one other thing. It's really important, but I forgot it. So shit, you know what I'm saying? I'll figure it out and I'll tell you. Y'all got a Final Four pick? Y'all got a championship pick?
Who, me?
The Jayhawks.
They're gonna repeat.
Okay.
Just to lose Houston, but they're not. But you know what? I'm not really confident in Houston. But I'm just picking them. I'm not confident in that pick.
Here's my pick. I've been saying it all year. It's the UConn Huskies, man. I hope they do not lose in the first round. You know what I'm saying? But I do think I don't like picking a champion. I think they're gonna be there. I don't know if Texas or Kansas is gonna meet them, but I think one of those two are probably gonna be there with them.
All right.
I don't know yet though, but I do think that UConn can hoist.
Yeah. So
Chris quietly of all the great teams we've seen this year, they have the most consistent one I've seen all year. They've been whooping ass consistently all year. Oh yeah, and the Blue Devils are turning up at the right time. Whew, watch out for them. Right. The March Madness is going to be live this year. I will say it's greatness. You guys, you're going to see a guy that's going to be selling insurance in the next couple of years go beat somebody that's going to probably play for the fucking Warriors or the Mavericks. You know what
the dynamic is crazy in March Madness. It's crazy. But before we get started, we got
to do one. Hold on, let me give a flex bomb for the guy that set up in a room and said we should put 64 teams in a bracket style tournament and seed them accordingly. And hundreds of years later, look what the fuck we got. The greatest tournament in USA sports history. Name a tournament better than March Madness.
All right, we got to go ahead and we're going to get started. But before we do that, we are live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and IG. And we will be uploaded the following day on Spotify podcast directories. That's Apple Podcasts and all that other good jazz, Daily Motion, Odyssey, and Rumble. Like always, like and subscribe. Let's get our numbers up.
Hit the bell. Get to 1,000.
Bang.
If you look at this, look, I'm gonna tell it to you like this. You can pick up what I'm about to put down. You can have it or not. You know what I'm saying? You follow us and you get us subscribed. We get to 1,000. We like to give away shit. We're not greedy. The more we get, the more you get. We like prizes. It's $200 ain't free.
Help us help you.
You know what I gotta do to get this $200? Saturday nights is rough. No, I'm joking. No, we got.
All right, man. So, how everybody doing?
Be on the corner. I'm doing it for the sushi. No.
All right, man. So, how everybody doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
All right. I know Russ over there enjoying the Rocky Mountains.
I'm doing great. I'm drinking some polar bear piss. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing awesome though. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
I like that.
You know why? Y'all know why. We're gonna get into it later in the show, but. Love can go from hate to go to love real fast. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's amazing.
So we're definitely going to get into that a little bit of NFL offseason. We're going to get into a little bit of March Madness, some other topics that I know you guys would like to talk about. A particular NIL deal that may or may not be a good idea, probably be a bad idea. We're going to get into that a little bit later, but for right now. Russ, we got this day in sports.
I'm gonna do it real quick for you guys. You know what I'm saying? On this day in sports, 1985, the great Larry Holmes, TKOs, David Bay. Thank you for your service. In 10 for the heavyweight boxing title. You know what I'm saying? So that's real quick, a little boxing on your mind. There you go.
Good old hands.
Boogie, you know what I'm saying? Boogie, what you got? Yeah, I don't know. This is in your wheelhouse. I did this kind of for you. There you go.
Thank you, my brother. All right, so
love the hat, by the way.
Yes.
What a time to be alive. Well, until he got finished. Until later.
Yeah.
Until you found out how it really was.
Yeah. So
documentaries are a motherfucker. But go ahead.
All right, man. So if you don't know, UFC 286 is coming up this Saturday. The trilogy between Leon Edwards and who holds the title just beat the former title holder Kamaru Usman. If you watch the fight or if you watch a couple of YouTube or illegal clips, however you do it, I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to hate.
Hey, we don't judge here at Sports Sushi. Just watch what you need to watch. I need to watch it.
You know what I'm saying? So Leon Edwards pulled one victory out the teeth, the jaws of defeat, if you will. He was on his way out, and bow, he hit him with a kick to the moon, and he sent my boy Memories all the way to the shadow realm. But I expect. All right, so I expect my boy Kamaru Usman to bounce back. I know the last prediction I had, I was 50-50, but this one I'm swinging for the fences for a full 100%. All right, on the other card is Justin Gaethje and Rafael Fevez. I got Gaethje on this one. Gunnar Nelson, Brian Barbera. Who cares? But Gaethje and Usman. Those are my picks. I'm gonna say Usman is gonna get it. I give it Usman on the decision. I think Gaethje, if you know Gaethje, Justin Gaethje, the human highlight reel, he's all about banging it out and
screaming. I love it.
So
I love
somebody's
it.
Gonna get knocked out.
He's the epitome of the crazy white boy nobody wants to fight.
Yeah.
He is. It is awesome.
Is.
I pay good money to watch him beat somebody's ass because a lot of times he does whoop that ass.
Oh, he puts a fight on unless it's Khabib. Khabib just
I mean, that's everybody. That's everybody.
That's Khabib.
That's everybody. That's Khabib. Like Khabib is the only man ever, maybe John Jones, that can stand up and say, "I'll whoop every nigga in here," and everybody's gonna sit and go, yeah, "You're probably right."
He whoop y'all ass.
Khabib's a one step higher because when Khabib do it, there's gonna be a bear in the background like, "Do it." like Khabib will literally whoop everybody and everything's ass. Like, yeah, nah. But if you lose to Khabib, that don't even count. You just.
I mean, yeah, he got a pretty clean record, but my goat, my pound for pound goat is going to be John Jones. But again, it's this Saturday, so please tune in. What'd you say? Goes Gaethje maybe get knocked out or submitted? I think his chin is going. Hey man, you might be right, dog. Whenever you
when you fight like that, you may eat too many.
It's the risk. It's the risk you run. But all right, so we're gonna go ahead.
We're gonna watch it though.
Yeah, we definitely gonna watch it. All right, so let's go ahead and get over to our draft spotlight. If you have been tuned in with us these upcoming weeks or leading up to the draft, we have been highlighting a particular position where our draft experts here, our two guys here, will go ahead and give you their top fives and a little bit of breakdown of their skills and where they might go in position. Oh, also, please be tuned because we're going to have a whole show dedicated to a mock draft. So if you are interested, our regulars.
that was Connor shotgun. That was Kite. Khabib beat the shit out of somebody, then jumped out the ring and whooped his partners. Khabib is that nigga. Hey, I'm sorry. It's for I'm sorry, man. We can rewind and just just go back to. This was not today in sports, but this definitely happened on a day in sports. We can revisit this real quick, but I'm sorry, Chris. We got to revisit this real quick. A man whooped another man known for whooping other man's asses and then proceeded to jump over a fence with his family and whoop some other nigga's asses.
It was a lot.
And carried it outside. Oh, wait. And then when he was done whooping his ass, all of asses, when Dana said, "Y'all want to fight again?" he looked at him and said, "No, the only other thing I can do is kill him." So we wrapped that up. Khabib.
It was a lot of disrespect, man. It
was.
Connor got to sell the fight. He sells the fight. With his mouth.
He almost sold his soul.
Yeah.
He was because he wasn't fighting. Nah, man, that one went off, and it was.
Yeah, it was. That was one for the ages. That was the equivalent of the Malice at the Palace. But they wasn't beating everybody ass in the stands. It was just
they had targets.
Yeah, it was just targets.
Who are you related to? Who'd you come with? Niggas in that bitch. Where you from? Where you from? If you speak with an accent, I am whooping your ass, nigga. Who's wearing green? Nigga, get him.
You? All right. But no.
Oh shit.
But all right, man. So let's
niggas with Boston jerseys was in that bitch. Afraid, nigga. Oh my god.
All right, so let's get into it right quick. So we have our spotlight position for this week is the tight ends. Hey.
I'm angry at all these dudes. So I'm gonna tell the truth. They all beat the system, Sterling. All these motherfuckers got an A in one way or another. So therefore, I'm just gonna say these four guys. Man, there's no way I could get any of them to fail. I'm not saying I try to get people to fail when this happened. When this happens, I'm going to say this. All five of these dudes, all of them are going to be good. All five of them. Now, if I'm going to leave it up to you, Sterling, if you would like me to go all of them at the same time, or do you want to go one for one?
Let's go one for one, but I should mention, I don't have him on the top five, but Sam Laporta was 6 on my list. Okay. He's definitely, I had a hard time between him and Tucker Kraft, but so Tucker Kraft got the edge on that. But Sam Laporta is gonna be that dude too, man. I think he'll be a good tight end.
When I saw Tucker Kraft, I said 5. I said 5. This is 5. Yeah. I said this is 5. I immediately, when I saw him though, he looked. Man, I immediately thought of old boy from Baltimore, Mark Andrews. So immediately, but I'll go over his stats real quick. I still have them. So he did end up having 27 receptions, 348 yards. Now he did have 3 TDs and he averaged 12 and a half per catch. Real quick, I watched, I'm not gonna lie, probably watched maybe 45 minutes on him. I didn't watch too much on him. But like I said, immediately I saw a bunch of Mark Andrews, but I really like the dude. When, like I said, I've seen, we're going to go over the other guys and they all have their thing, but Tucker Kraft looked like an NFL tight end. He looked like a guy you can count on. Big enough to avoid any type of, physicality, being a negative towards him. But he's also kind of shifty. So I really liked him. Like I said, Mark Andrews is what I saw when I saw him, and he can catch the damn ball.
Yeah, man, this is a dude, like when I think of like tight ends, man, the first tight end that comes to my mind is Travis Kelce. Now, I'm not saying Tucker Kraft is Travis Kelce, but he does have some of those abilities and traits, man. He's 6'5", 250 pounds. And he's a guy that can get it, out wide. He can get it in line as a blocker. He can get it in the slot. I think he was injured last year. He had an ankle injury, so that's why his production was low. The season before, he had over 700 receiving yards and about 6 touchdowns. So the dude is really good. But, he does have some power at the point of attack, when showcasing in the run game in terms of blocking, so forth, as well as in the pass game. He could do that. But he has, when you talk about physical traits, man, he has it,
Yeah.
I think his upper body is really good. I also feel like his hands are really solid. I think he has good short area quickness, and he's not a burner, but he has good enough speed. Right. And at 6'5", you don't need to be one of those guys that's why you play tight end. So
yes,
but he's a good athlete, man.
Yeah. No, he's I give him a little bit of watching him play. I didn't pay attention too much. You might have his combine grade outs, but I didn't really. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get that. I watched them play. I didn't really care how fast these tight end runs a 40. Now you might have a 3-cone drill or something like that, but no, I noticed that he just looks the part. Like he looks the part, and he played at South Dakota, so he played in bad weather. And it didn't really affect him. It didn't even really affect him like speed wise. And at times he just looked just dominant. I like to see that at tight ends and in college. That's one box you have to check for me, is that you have to be dominant against your competition for me to trust you at the next level.
Yeah, man. I think he's a 2nd round grade for me.
Nice.
And you mentioned his 3-cone drill, which was like 7.08 or something like that. He had a pretty decent short shuttle as well. So 34-inch vertical. The dude can get it, man. He's an athlete for sure.
I know 37. I could see how, because I saw a couple plays where the quarterback just threw it up, and I was like, damn, like he jumped. When someone jumps so high that they almost do a backflip on the land, like he had a couple of those, and I was like, ooh, he jumping. So 37 makes sense. Yeah. Again, people, the combine is to show.
And he ran a 4.69 at the combine. So
that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's good for a big man.
It relates though. It relates. There was a couple routes I saw where he was beating people on seams, and it was like, he's not the fastest, as I think we're gonna get into with number 2, but we're not there yet. But he was quick. Whenever we 4, you got anything else on him?
I don't know. That's it on him.
Number 4 was Dalton Kincaid. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not trying to pump him up. I know we're doing player comparisons next week, but I'm telling you, immediately, like I'm talking about within the first 5 minutes of me watching. I'm not gonna lie, within the first minute of me watching this dude, I saw Jason Witten, type, talent, and movement, because he does one thing. He does one thing really well that not a lot of tight ends do, but Jason Witten did really well. He looks really fast when he starts his route and when he comes off the line. But once he's open and gets separation and catches the ball, he turns into, I don't know what happens to the speed. I don't know what happens to it. But he looks exactly like, if you go watch Jason Witten run his routes, you'll see the same type of effect. He gets, his separation is crazy. And it's crazy because you see him get separation when he catches the ball. It's like he forgets whatever he did on the separation to get, and I'm talking about from everybody. He gets separated from DBs. He separates from safeties. All linebackers don't stand a chance, but he's just slow after the catch. But his hands are great. I really like him. If I was a GM, like, and this is not just being a Cowboy fan, it's just like he has sure hands. He's got a big body, 6'4", 240 pounds. Like, if y'all want to know, 70 receptions, 890 yards, 8 TDs, 12 per average. You can give 13 on the roundup. Yeah. He was, if you watch Utah, he was depended on as a part of their offense. So, like, yeah, I like the kid. I like Dalton Kincaid. If he's not the biggest, but he's big enough. And if you watch him, he can play some ball.
Yeah, dude can play some ball, man. He's I think his ball skills are incredible. I mean, the dude is he's a smooth route runner as well. He's a much better route runner than Tucker Kraft. You know, he's really good. But the problem with him is, you know, he doesn't offer you anything in terms of blocking, right? So I think coming into the league, I think he's best served as a tight end 2, or in an offense where they, you know, move tight ends a lot. Kind of like you would be familiar with this, like Dalton Schultz. He's kind of like him. You know, although Dalton Schultz was a better blocker. Or, you know, talk about guys like Dawson Knox of the Buffalo Bills, but not as athletic. But when you want a guy that you know that can get it at all levels of the field, he's a guy that's going to be able to get open consistently. He's pretty good at the catch point. I mean, he can go get it with 2 hands. You've seen him bring it down with 1 hand. I do like the comparison to Jason Witten, because Jason Witten was slow. He was super slow. But the guy, he was so smart. He was so smart. And you know, I feel like Dalton Kincaid is in the same class of intelligence.
Not blocking wise, because Jason
not blocking.
Yeah, I saw one play. Man, Dalton, you gotta watch your blind side, bro. They come. They was at one point they was coming for him. Like, I was like, damn, bro. But beside blocking aside, just the way that he's not. I don't know what he ran in his combine, because he didn't look fast to me either. But I guess it, like you said, it's the IQ. Like, he knew the timing perfectly, when to get open and how to be wide open. And it was like, how do you catch the ball 5 yards away from your defender, but then when you catch it, they're immediately on you and you have no breakaway speed?
Yeah, and he's a guy that started playing ball in 2017. So, you know, football is relatively new to him. So, again, I think this is a guy that has a day 2 grade. You know, he's going to come in as a tight end 2, but I think he can develop. You know, the thing about him, he's only 6'4" and about 240 pounds. So he's got more of a slender build for the position. You know, maybe after some NFL nutrition and weight facility, he could probably put some more mass on his body. You know, I feel like he needs to be more stronger at the point of attack. So those are some areas of his that can be improved. But what really makes him stand out, again, he can get it at all 3 levels, and he has superb hands.
Yeah, and if he goes to the right team, he probably won't have to block that much.
Right.
Today's game, you know. Number 3, that would be Darnell Washington, or King Cooper. I am Cooper, King of the Coopers, because this motherfucker was made. He makes me believe that when some people have children, a person in a black suit comes up to them and says, like, have you seen that show, The Boys?
Yeah.
Like, they get this nigga the V. Like, nah, bro. He's injected with the V for real, bro. 6'7", 275 pounds. Guys, if y'all don't know who Darnell Washington is, he's that big ass motherfucker from Georgia that you saw run around. Not the super cold one. We have to wait till next year to get him, the best tight end of all time. He comes out next year. Yeah. But no, Darnell Washington is a monster. There's another guy that didn't make the top 5. He plays for Texas. He's coming out too as well, I believe. Is he not?
Right.
The big man from Texas. So he's also an athletic specimen. But Darnell Washington is just 28 receptions, 454 yards, 2 TDs, 16 0.2 per average. Now, I love Dalton, but if you have a chance to draft Darnell Washington, I don't think you pass it up just because of the specimen that he is. Right. You can think any of these other guys, and there's guys on this list that you may think are faster, better overall, catch better, doesn't matter. If you get a chance to get Darnell Washington, you put him on your team because there's a chance that you have a guy, there's nothing you can do with him. And unlike the guy we just named, and you'll get into this, he can block because he played at Georgia, and they asked him to do that, and they asked him to do San Francisco 49er type shit, like, we need you to pull out and go find somebody and go put a body on them on this play. So I'll let Sterling get into it, but Darnell Washington is a fucking beast.
Yeah, at 6'7", 260, I mean, this guy ran a 4.64. That's really damn good.
That's scary.
Right. Now, that's, I feel like his straight line speed is really good. He's not a guy that has short area quickness, can go side to side. That's not his game. But what he does do well, you mentioned his ability to block. He is very functional in the run game. One of the problems in his game is that he doesn't create great leverage just because of his size. I feel like, when he's drive blocking, I feel like he's effective. But, when you're, towering over people, it's really hard to create that leverage that you need. In pass protection, I mean, he's really good, man.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you continue. But with that, I wanted it because I know you've seen it, and it probably you just didn't say it because someone didn't bring it up. But because of his size, he's really good at that fucking hand slap. Like he does like this thing where he stops really fast and then he like takes a bear claw out and slaps people and then pushes them. Like you see that in all of his like when you said that, I thought about that. I was like, oh, that's why his ass is always overrunning. He used that 4.6 speed to overrun people, and then when he gets ahead of you, he does he basically in basketball you would call this a foul. He gets in front of you and then he hand checks the fuck out of you. But he's 6'7", 270, so it stops you. And then when you stop, he tries to fucking murder you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the dude when he has the ball in his hand, I mean, he's stiff arming people, running over people, jumping over people. And I think the thing about him is that turns people off because they don't really do the homework is that he played at Georgia and they featured a heavy run game, and their quarterback is really not that good. I think he's limited, right? I mean, athletically, Stetson's good athletically, but in terms of throwing the football, he was extremely limited. So they're just a team. They're just a team that doesn't feature their tight. When you have Brock Bowers as your other tight end, exactly.
There's nothing. Brock Bowers. Let's not tarnish these other guys.
For sure.
Brock Bowers is the Caleb Williams of tight ends right now.
He's good.
And Kyle Pitts just came out a couple years ago.
He's really good. He's really good.
It's amazing.
But Darnell Washington, man, I think he, in my opinion, he's got a first round grade. He can go as high as the first round. But
I think he will.
Realistically, I think he probably goes in the second round. And he has good hands, man. At 6'5", 6'7", you run him down the seam or in a crossing route. Just think about the threat he is in the red zone. Like he is going to make plays. I think he has great potential. Look, man, I would be okay if my team took him, to be honest. But again,
that'd be a deadly combo,
right? But he's he's a freak. But when it comes to route running, he's slow in and out of breaks. He's not going to be a guy that separates. But again, at 6'7", you really don't have to. Right.
No, you're right. But if you look at the teams that are picking late in the draft, man, you got the Buffalo 26 Dallas Cowboys, Buffalo Bills, Cincinnati Bengals, New Orleans Saints, Philadelphia Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs. Please, God, everybody, do not let the Kansas City Chiefs draft this motherfucker to just come in after Travis Kelce. Please, God, hey guys, they're already talking about getting King Henry. You can't let them draft a fucking animal and come out here and just fucking dog everybody. You know what I'm saying? Jesus. Number 2 is Luke Musgrave. The Gazelle from Oregon State, 6'6", 250 pounds. Like I told y'all, every last tight end in this top 5 is probably gonna make a Pro Bowl at one point in his career unless something goes completely wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like 11 receptions, 169 yards, 1 TD. I didn't like the TD production. 15 yards per average. The yards per average for him was crazy. Kept him up high. To me, one thing that stand out, and I'll let you get into it. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but what stood out to me is his burst, his speed, and his ability to just run. Like I'm talking like fucking Forrest Gump type shit. The dude was out of the box. Like he gets out of there.
Yeah. Look, man, this dude can run. Now let's talk about his background though. So Bill Musgrave is the offensive lineman. I think he's offensive coordinator for Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
Okay. So he has the NFL pedigree. So he understands, NFL concepts when it comes to offense. So, he's built in with that kind of IQ. But this guy's an athlete too, man. He's a decent route runner. But one of the things that what he's going to give you, like when it in terms of press coverage, bump and run coverage or playing through contact, man, he's going to do that. I think this is a guy that can snap off his routes at the top of stems, and then he has his hands are good enough. They're not, I wouldn't say they're like exceptional, but he has good hands. But I think he's going to give linebackers fits just because he's a long strider when he runs, man. I don't feel like I don't feel like he's the best blocker, right? But I think if you have him, in a traditional Y tight end, I think it's probably his best position. But
he fit great with the Cowboys for the shit that we do.
Yeah,
or actually, I'm sorry.
Perfect.
My bad, America. Because y'all gonna say y'all don't do this. He would fit great with the Chargers for what they're about to do. No, all jokes aside, but he would fit great.
Yeah, you get him running up a seam, man. It's
shout
tough.
out, Matt. Or third and line. Yeah, pretty much. I just mumble read that, but Matthew, you are correct.
I think he's got a first round grade as well.
He can win on third
down. Realistically, I think he's probably going to get picked in the second round.
Yeah, but I think like that's also a very good on his side. Like, I want to be a first round, but on the NFL side, that's a very good spot to pick him. Like you're getting very good football player. I was very impressed with how fast he looked. He looked like y'all just got to see it. Like you'll see linebackers sprinting and he's just like, yeah. I think that's why he has drop problems. He's when people are around him, he's not used to it because he's
and he plays at Oregon State, so we know Oregon State's they're not that good, man. So
True.
Right, so I think if you put him at a bigger school with a team that can throw the ball effectively, I think he probably would have fared very well. So I think he has a lot of room to improve. I think he's a guy you should bet on the traits, bet on the NFL pedigree. I think he's going to be a good tight end, solid tight end.
If he ends up with the Broncos collusion, also one of the greatest stories that we will tell. Good luck though, man. You know what I'm saying? Good luck. Number one. Baby, Gronk. So Michael Mayer, it's Mayer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So he's 6'4", 265 pounds. If y'all don't know, this is the big motherfucker from Notre Dame. Hurdling people, catching balls all over the place. 67 receptions, 809 yards, 9 TDs, 12 average per catch. I checks all the boxes. I hate that. I would hate for him to be called Baby Gronk because he's not that. He is just an athletic specimen that catches the ball very well over people. I honestly think that he's a little bit better in space than Gronk is. I like him overall. Notre Dame's done a good job of producing tight ends for the past like 5-6 years. So I trust it. Whenever I watch a lot of college football, as y'all know. So whenever a college program kind of produces a certain position, you can trust it. LSU and receiver, like you can trust receivers from LSU, no matter pretty much what they tell you. An LSU receiver's gonna do his job, for the most part. know what I'm saying? So I like him. He's number one for a reason. He's like so good that it's kind of like, what else do you have? So I give the floor to Sterling to tell you what else that he has.
Yeah, so this is your Jason Witten clone right here. He is. If you took Jason Witten, from Tennessee and placed him in the league this, this is it. Like he has the best hands. But he has the best hands of any tight end in this class. He is more of your traditional tight end. The guy, he has excellent ball skills. He does a phenomenal job of blocking. Super smart. He's a guy that can run really good routes, put the ball in his hand. He can make plays run after catch. I do feel like, his feet are better than what are advertised, right? He has sudden feet. I also feel like, he's won at the boundary. He's won from the slot, but the knock on him is that he's 6'4.25" and he runs a 4.7, right? Those are, NFL teams are looking for more twitchy guys with first round abilities. And this guy's guaranteed going to be taken in the first round. But the thing about him that's intriguing that once you draft him, he can come in and start right now. Like his game is polished enough to where he can go on the NFL offense and contribute right away. He's that good. I think some reasons for concern with him, like his positional value, right? His draft range as a tight end. So, he's not a guy that you're going to go draft real early, but if you're in the 20s, I think that's where I think he's not going to go past that. Now, as early as probably 15, 16 is probably where you're going to see him come off the board. He's not the most dynamic guy, if you will, but he does a lot of things superbly. So this is why he's the number one tight end, bar none. Like we talked about these other guys where, I look at their game and I go, okay, this is the main area that they need to improve in. They're more of a developmental tight end or depending on the type of offense that you're running. But this guy can do it all. So he's tight end one for this year.
Yeah, no, and I was going to ask you, though, your personal opinion, because I don't care if my tight end is twitchy. Like, I need you to be able to catch contested passes because I'm going to be throwing to you in the red zone. People are going to be hitting you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to Matt's point, I did see it pop up. Yes, you are correct, bro. Like, the Notre Dame's receivers had like 20 receptions at max. They didn't have a lot of guys on the outside. Maybe they had more. Don't you guys out there do the math, whatever. Fuck it. You're right, Matthew. Notre Dame's team did not have like receivers out there catching it, but that also shows me nothing why I like him. Another reason why he's number one. Everybody in the nation knew where they were going with the ball when they passed. Everybody knew that he was the guy. You know what I'm saying? And he still put up his numbers and he still looked uncoverable. So no, I really like him. Any team that gets him is going to get, I think, a perennial Pro Bowler and All Pro, barring injury. The dude is that good. He's just good at the position.
All right.
Boogie, what's up, man?
What's happening?
Tight ends ain't your job? No, I'm fucking with you.
All right, so that was our top 5 tight ends for our draft spotlight.
One time for the tight ends.
Next week, we down to what? Offensive linemen and safeties?
We got offensive linemen and safeties. Hey, y'all, like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Get us to 1,000. Oh, yes. And, of course, let us know in the comments. Y'all want safeties or y'all want the offensive linemen? We'll show love to both. You know what I'm saying?
What do we got? Safety and what else next?
O-line.
O-line,
okay.
Yeah,
those two lines. Yeah, those are the two skill positions we have. Yeah, because offensive line is a skill. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Those are the two skill positions we got left.
And then I think after that, we will do our mock draft. We'll do our mock draft show. So if you would like to participate, our regulars, Ghost, Shotgun.
I got you. Ghost, Shotgun, Earl C., Thomas English, Joe Geico Joe. We need anybody. Rod. Let me see. Shotgun. I think I said his name already. Mm-hmm. Anybody else that's out there? If you Levi, I'm talking to you. Anybody out there? If you think you know your team, the other Levi. I know 2 Levi's. The other Levi from LA and Levi from SA. Both of you, Garrett. You 2 from Houston. If you like a team, know a team, and you think you could draft, you know what I'm saying? Reach out to one of the show co-hosts right here. Sterling, I know you know somebody. I know a lot of people. Boogie, you know some people. Shit, Ulysses, get your ass on, Rodney. Come on. You know what I'm saying? We want to see. We can randomly give you guys a team, or if you think if you know a team, yeah, all you niggas can't have the Texans. If you think you know a team, then let us know, and we will for sure. Hurricane Dale. You know what I'm saying? We will for sure let Dave. We will for sure let you know what you can do, and we'll give you the link. We'll try to get everybody in here, and try and get some guys. You know what I'm saying? Do a draft, a mock draft. It'll be real fun.
All right, so yeah, definitely going to be fun, a fun show. But so
my bad. One more thing, because this is also coming from the show. I think Sterling was the first one to say it. Know your shit. If you want to do this is going to be a mock draft. So like your guy might get taken. We need you to have other guys. BJ, Twan, Mitch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like if you have other guys, like other draft players, you need to have the whole list ready, because this is going to be a real mock draft. We're going to have you guys come on, give the draft. We're going to do it in a fun way. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on some voice modifications to give myself a little announcer kind of voice. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do these kind of things. We're going to do it the right way. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come join us. Bring your favorite drink and a team. And we're going to have to let you draft. You know what I mean?
All right. So we're going to get to our next subject, next topic. It is, well, let me just propose this question to you guys first before I actually, well, no, you know what? No, just let me go ahead and just do it like this. All right. So, recent UIL news, especially in Texas, has proposed a bill that will allow high school students to benefit from UIL deals. Before, just let me read off.
I got you.
From this beginning, this is from the Dallas Morning News. Okay, so let's just start off with this here. Okay. All right. So as of now, the bill is titled HB 1802. And so basically, it would allow UIL eligible athletes to obtain professional representation in UIL matters. NIL matters. I'm sorry. Currently, 24 states plus plus DC has legislation that allows high school athletes to receive NIL deal compensations, but they're only eligible to receive after they enroll into higher education. When I heard this news, the first thing I thought was, God damn it, why couldn't it have been me? Why? Like,
one time for the punch to good
boogie. After niggas hang it up, niggas can't play no more. But yeah, these young motherfuckers, they got TV shows.
You gotta run so they can. You gotta walk so they can run. They gotta run so they can fly.
I like this. You know what, Russell, man? I like that. I like looking at myself as a trailblazer.
You gotta be, man.
I raise bricks. So I can have these NIL deals.
Get paid, young nigga. Get paid.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But yes, if you were a day one listener, we covered this with a former University of Miami football player, Tyron Bird, and he shared his thoughts about UIL deals and things of that. But it's a different ball ball game when it comes to high school athletes. The whole maturity aspect. I mean, let's weigh the pros and cons here. Okay. Like kids that's like 17, 18 years old, having let's just go ahead and throw a number out there.
Well, let me get this straight real quick first, because I thought I didn't want to interrupt you, but I thought I heard you say, so they can't get the money until they go to school.
As of right now, they says Texas legislation on the matter, Senate Bill 1385, states that athletes must wait until they enroll into higher education to receive NIL compensation.
Okay, that makes me with it I went from 50, that brings me up to about 70. Now, here's my only thing, and I don't mean to be the negative Nate, but I'm just trying to say this real quick. I don't want this to turn into guys going into certain areas and certain schools for the NIL. So I don't believe that you should be able to get NILs from schools per se. Now, let's say that you're playing for certain towns high school, and the local car dealership wants to give you, you know what I'm saying, a deal, or the McDonald's wants to the local McDonald's wants to put your picture up in there, or like, you know what I'm saying, the businesses around your town where you play want to pay you to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool. I don't want to see it to where kids like, yeah, I'm about to move. Even though this happens now, I don't want it to be wide open where guys are like, yeah, I'm about to move to Cali. Why? Because they're going to pay me like $100K. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Like, I think that part they should make some rule. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you exactly what the rule should be, or like, I'm not I can tell you what it should be, but I can't tell you how to draw it out. You know what I'm saying? But you shouldn't have guys that are going to certain schools just for the bread. Like now, like again, if someone in the town around the school wants to pay you to do an ad or something like that, then I'm perfectly cool with that. If you get paid for your TikToks, I'm cool with that. I just don't want to see like South Lake Carroll get all the kids that were supposed to go to Cedar Hill or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a lot of fucking money. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see that purge. I still think that there's a little bit of an essence with high school sports that we need to keep.
Yeah, I think it's all fine and dandy if they could actually stick to the rules. The problem is they're going to be handing these kids money regardless. You know, they're not handing it to the kids. They're going to be handing it to the parents or handing it to a family member to give to said student athlete. So, you know, they can put all this legislation in all they want. But the fact of the matter is kids been getting money, been getting bucks since for a long time.
Oh, you know? Yeah, a long time.
And so my question is like, why now? Why do they have to come out with these rules on these athletes? And Texas is a hotbed, so you know a lot of times what Texas does, people are going to follow suit. So I'm all about people getting paid for their craft, but you know I think there needs to be somewhere met in the middle. Is where I stand on it.
I think the one thing that money rules all, and I think that's what we're seeing here is the fact that we don't want to see the kids get punished. You know what I'm saying? And the only way we're not going to see the kids get punished is if the people that have the money are like, you gotta let us pay them, because they're gonna, like you said, they're gonna get paid regardless. The only people getting punished in the end was the kids, and the only way not to punish the kids is to say, okay, man, you can take the check. I just don't want to see it turn into, because it's a snowball. It's a snowballing effect. And so if a kid decides that he's going to go from Texas to California or from Ohio to Texas, then all of a sudden you're just going to end up with football becoming 10 or 15, 20 like super prep schools around the nation with a lot of fucking money. Then underneath that, all the richest, you know what I'm saying, academies are going to get the next guys. And underneath that, you know, and then just going to trickle down into the point where your regular neighborhood football teams are going to dwindle down to nothing, because the guys ain't going to want to play football. All those guys are going to go somewhere to get paid. So I do think there should be some borders set. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go somewhere else to go get paid, but you're more than welcome to get paid in the school district that you're in.
All right. So, okay, this is my thoughts. Like, I agree with Sterling that it needs to have some type of medium here. We can't just go buck ass wild, you know, and give these kids, you know, hand these kids, you know, thousands upon thousands of dollars. Because I mean, look, growing up in Houston, you know, and you know, motherfuckers got money, you know, coaches moving kids from this district to that district to play at their schools if they're eligible, like that shit been going on. Like, it goes on. Like, it's definitely a thing. But you know, handing kids, you know, let's just say, you know, $10,000, or you know, a 17-year-old kid, $10,000 in his hand, you know, that's kind of, you know, a little recipe for some trouble.
If you can't touch it to a college though,
okay,
I don't have an issue.
But let's just say
that's what changed it. Cause like, I'm saying, like, it's basically like, I give you 10,000, but you ain't gonna touch it till you can't do like something like kiddie stupid with it. You'll do something like college stupid with it.
And I think
a bunch of you're right. It'd be a bunch of jobs around.
Sure. I think it would be better, like, you know,
mini Morants.
You have the money and it stays into, you know, like an account, and it gets relinquished whenever you enroll into higher learning. That's fine. But if we're just out here handing kids, you know, envelopes and shit like that, no, man, hell no. God.
I mean, even contracts. Like, because I thought about it too, and I was like, what about the parents? But I thought, there's a lot of parents out there that would be shading the bitch. Because I don't find any issue with someone being like, hey, Mrs. Jones, your son is really good at basketball. Here's $5,000 for y'all to do a family commercial for my shop. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Miss Jones get that money and it helped the family. But then on the other side, we all know that there's another side of that where people are going to be, exploiting the shit. So I think that the fact that it's the kids' money and they can't touch it until they go to college. So at least you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Your ass got to at least enroll, my nigga. Like, we ain't going to make you graduate. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to make you graduate because you might have some other shit that you want to do. And you might have amassed a shit ton of money in high school. You never know. Like, so because I'm all about athletes capitalizing off of their athletic prowess, like, as long as they can. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit runs out quick. You know what I'm saying? I always feel bad for the people that was like superstar athletes, even like down the levels of high school. Like, you're a superstar athlete. Everybody comes and watches you every weekend. Your school making money off you. Everybody's making money off you, and you play for the love of the game. That's bullshit. Like, I think everybody deserves a piece, but I don't think you should be handing a 16-year-old a check for $10,000. Like, you can't give him 10 G's, but if he basically goes to college, hell yeah, let him have 10 G's. Nigga, where'd you get that money? Literally, y'all know I was the best running back out of Dakota. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think that's cool. Like, that's cool with me, but this shit is, I don't want to take the position of the people that are like, no, don't do it, because they just going to give elementary kids shit. Now they're going to, I'll say this, like, let it happen, and we're going to come across the car wrecks, and it's going to be our job or their job to clean the highway off and make sure it's smooth sailing after that. You know what I'm saying? Because bad shit's going to happen no matter which way it goes. But I think that, yeah, you should just open it up and we'll figure it out as it goes along, because nobody should do anything for free.
All right. I got to agree with that. Hey, man, the Joker said the best. All right. So let's go to NCAA basketball. So we're going to go ahead and get into March Madness a little bit later, but before we get to that, my boy Russ wanted to talk about was Brandon Miller.
Oh yeah, I was asked about this too. So like I was telling somebody about the show, and then the first thing they wanted to talk to me, shout out Obi. The first thing they wanted to talk to me about was and Naheem. The first thing they wanted to talk to me about was like Brandon Miller, and I was like, cool. And they're like, my thoughts, because a lot of people have like the story makes you feel like bad. You know what I'm saying, all around. And for those who don't know, it's the story of Darius Miles, not the one from the Clippers. A young Darius Miles playing for Alabama. Gun shot a young lady. She ended up dying. You can look up the full story. You know what I'm saying? There was a little argument from what it looks like. It looks like someone, was trying to, do what you do after your night out. And the young lady was like, I'm not fucking with y'all. And it escalated from there, and someone ended up dead. Now, to those that committed the crime, hey man, you made the mistake, Darius. So prayers up to you and hope the best for you. Now, as for Brandon Miller and the people that are like hating him, and the people that are like, yo, you shouldn't be playing and all this other stuff, like, look, I can only go by what I've heard. And like, I can only go by what the police tell the AD and what they tell us. And so, and I live in the South. And for those who don't live in the South, say, man, it's not a game. Like, people have guns everywhere you go. They have them hoes in the cars, the trucks. We told them hoes, like, they are with us. Like, guns are around. Like, it is really the wild, wild west, and you have to watch your step. Now, that's not anything towards the victims in here. That's just to say to the people that are in the eastern part of the countries where the laws constrict you a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all feel a certain way, and y'all like, what it was like, if a guy has a gun in his car and someone else knows where that motherfucker is, or is a big ass dude and finds it, you know what I'm saying, or is able to get to it and then unload that gun, whether he meant to kill somebody or not, unloads it to try to scare him, or whatever he's doing, he unloads it. Like, I don't think that Brandon Miller, if the cops are telling us the text message matched up with his trip, so basically they're saying, yo, you were on your car driving there, and it looks like from the timing that you're telling us and the text message that you have, that you were driving when you got a text message, and you didn't even you didn't even look at that motherfucker. Like, you didn't have time to go back home, get the gun after the text message. You had to already have the gun in your car. And so that's something that's regular in the South. I know plenty of guys that have guns in their car. You know what I'm saying? And I posed it to the guys I was talking to. I said, we can look at it two ways. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Miller, you're an evil guy, and you had a gun in your car, and you brought that gun to there to do whatever they did. Or you can look at it as you have a gun in your car. You pull up. One of the guys that's supposed to be your friends or your teammate goes into your car and gets the gun and starts shooting it. Are you supposed to play Superman? You're the best college player in the country right now. Like, you are that nigga right now. Like, and there's nobody that can tell me otherwise. And so, are you supposed to play Superman with that guy? Are you supposed to do like, oh, you're doing? No, you're gonna be surprised. If you've ever been put in a situation that makes you go, what the fuck is going on? It only takes a couple seconds. It only takes a little bit for someone else to do something. So on Brandon Miller's side, I get it from all the information I've heard, why he's playing, why he's allowed to play. So I really wish people would lay off him. Now, to the people that committed the crime and did it, y'all stupid. Like, that was the dumbest shit because you did it over someone that didn't want to holler back at you. Like, really? You ruined your entire fucking life because someone did not want to holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the dumbest shit. Like, bro, there's nothing lower than that. So, you know what I'm saying? To them, sorry for you, bro. You ruined your life in 1 second. But my point of wanting to talk about it is to tell everybody, get off of Brandon Miller, bro. Like, because from the information that we have right now, like, he had a gun in his car and the guys live with them. I'm gonna be honest with you, they knew what they knew what a gun was. Let me tell y'all right now, if I go to certain places with certain people, I know where their guns are. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, if I decide to take a gun out of someone's glove compartment and shoot it at somebody and kill somebody, does the person who owned it deserve to go to jail? No, he ain't do shit. He had a gun. That's not a crime. Like, that's not a crime. Having a gun is not a crime. Hello, America, having a gun is not a bad thing. Shooting people is. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I don't see why we're going so crazy on Brandon Miller. I don't like it when people are like, well, you were in the situation. So people get in situations every day. You know what I'm saying? Leave the kid alone. Like, leave Brandon Miller alone. And the fact that he has to have armed security guards is stupid. Sterling, I'll let you take it.
Man, it's tough, man, because it's an unfortunate situation all around because someone's life was taken. You know, it's kind of like the things we talk about with John Morant. You know, it just, for him, man, it's just wrong place, wrong time. I don't know what his involvement really is. Like, I think we're still waiting for the verdict to come out, you know, but it just sucks, dude. Like, this guy has everything to win in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be a top 3 pick in the NBA draft if everything checks out. And he's an extremely gifted and talented athlete, man. Let's not, you know, I think the tragedy in this is that because of what's going on, we're losing the fact of how good of a basketball player the dude is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that sucks for him because, you know, he's good. He is so good, man. Like, and we have to talk about this, right? And so I'm gonna hold my tongue because I want to see the process play out. Because I don't want to say something, and he's a young kid too. We got to keep that in mind too. I don't want to say something and be wrong about him or an opinion that I have because I don't have all the facts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He didn't commit the murder, but you know his involvement in it. I think that's what the due process is for. So hopefully everything checks out. But
and when they said he's not a suspect, I was like, cool. And then I'm sorry, but like. The cops still talking about he got a text that said, come get us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you get another text while you're driving that says, and bring your gun. Well, you already have your gun. But at that point, my question is, yes, we can ask, should Brandon have, because we don't know if he got the text. We don't know if he got the text while driving. The reason why his ass ain't in jail or going to jail or in any type of trouble is because you can match up the time and tell he didn't have time to get a text that says go get the gun and go back home and get the gun. So it's perfectly plausible that he got the text, either didn't read it at all or read it and was like, what the fuck these niggas talking about, and threw his phone to the side and like, let me get here and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is probably what happened. He looked at his text and said, bring the gun. What the fuck these niggas talking about? Probably went and rolled up, and then, like I said, a big 6'6", whatever, big ass basketball nigga come and get in your back seat and take the gun out, start firing that old. I'm kind of just like, hey, at this point, like you said, if more comes out, then I'll have I might have a different opinion if things change. But from the information that we got, I'm Brandon Miller's side. Just let the man who, like you said, we're losing the fact that this dude is amazing. If you've ever watched Alabama play, every game he does something spectacular.
Yeah,
he's gonna take off from damn to the free throw line and dunk on somebody. It's ridiculous. He's amazing.
And Nate Oates is a really good coach, man. He coached the University of Buffalo, and then he got his big break to go coach at Alabama. He's been incredible. I mean, when was the last time we ever talked about Alabama having a good basketball team?
Bro, it's crazy.
Been never. So Nate Oates doing that, man. That's incredible. But yeah, man, this kid, dude, I just want to see him shine and see him flourish. And if you haven't had the chance to go watch him play, man, make sure you do so in March Madness.
You are, because you're gonna fill out that Sports Sushi challenge, and so you're gonna have to watch because they're a 1 seed, and so someone's gonna pick them to win.
All right. So speaking of March Madness, it kicks off officially
how that works.
The first round. You said what?
I was just like, it's funny how that works. I just say things and then it just segues into the next.
I'll be picking up on the shots again. Here it is.
It's weird.
Here it goes. All right. So
I'll be dropping dimes.
Yeah, but speaking of Brandon Miller and the Alabama Tide, they will be taking on Texas A&M Corpus Christi tomorrow. The regional first round kicks off tomorrow, Thursday, March 16th. So
I got them here somewhere. I got them. Yes, I was gonna say I got the games here.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I was just whenever you need a game.
I was about to just kick it over to y'all.
Oh well, I don't know, Sterling, where you want to start? It's the March Madness. I love this time of year. It's hooping Christmas. Oh my God,
man!
So much hooping.
We're talking about which bracket we want to start with.
I have the games here. Do you have the bracket breakdown?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the games what goes on tomorrow. Everybody, 11 o'clock Central Time, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock Eastern. That's when you have to have your brackets filled out, and that's when everything jumps off. I think the first game is West Virginia versus Maryland, an 8 versus 9 seed. That's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game, man. I got West Virginia winning that one. The Big Ten has been down, and West Virginia, they're known for their defense. But the thing about them this year is that they have guys who can step out and hit contested shots off the dribble in transition. So I think it'll be a good game, but I do think West Virginia wins that game.
Take me on.
All right, so I want to know
West Virginia.
Who is your picks for the Cinderella team for this year? What 16th seed do you feel has the best chance?
There's not going to be. Are we going? Which one is the best chance, or
the best chance? Yeah, the best chance.
Go ahead, Sterling.
For Cinderella?
Yeah, for Cinderella, dog.
I'm going to go Charleston. Yeah, Southern Conference, Charleston, man. These dudes shoot 31% from three, and they shoot a lot of threes, man. And I feel like, if they get hot, I think they can upset a couple teams, man.
Okay. Yeah, they play with San Diego State. Charleston is 31-3. Okay.
Well, so you're going just a Cinderella overall, or
he's
like somebody who we don't think that's gonna do anything.
I thought you were telling me, bro, Russ, I need you to pick a number fucking 16 seeds.
I was just saying
it's gonna win. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, 16 seeds are going 0 for 4 this year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, it's 0 for 4. They every bracket they gonna lose. Me, I don't know if it's what constitutes how low do I gotta go?
Let's say
double digit.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Ooh. Let me see. I'm thinking it wasn't a double digit, the one I had, but let me see. Where? I don't want to pick them, but they probably Penn State. I do think Penn State, because I think that their first test against Texas A&M, which is a team that I think is shaky. is one, and I do have recency bias because I did just watch the Big Ten tournament and they look really good in that. But I'm not like super confident in that one. But if since you put me on the spot, yeah, Penn State would be my double digit. They would be the ones.
All right.
Because when you look at the matchup, it's like, I mean, Providence is one too. But Kentucky might show up. But they've been struggling the whole year. Actually, let me get Providence. I'm a little bit more confident in Providence. They're gonna get blown out by 20. Watch, but maybe I think Providence or Penn State. The Big Ten was down, but the good teams in the Big Ten play good basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I will say this though. Don't be surprised if half of the Sweet 16 or a quarter of the Sweet 16 is fucking Big 12 teams. Because the Big 12 played serious hoops this year. Serious hoops.
So I'm looking at it now. Yeah, so it goes into I wonder if this St. Mary's from UTSA. No, that can't be St. Mary's from UTSA.
No, I think that's the one that's in the same conference as Gonzaga.
Okay, because I was like they too high to be there.
But again, they are a 5, and you know what happens to 5 seeds in the tournament. So and they're playing VCU. So I'm just y'all probably know which way I'm swaying. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, indeed. So yes, March Madness does kick off first round tomorrow and on Friday. So please sure to tune in for that. Please also, what is that? My God, Boogie. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I got long, you know what I'm saying, long hair, man. You know, I'm trying to get that Palomalu Head and Shoulders commercial money.
You do that one time, Boogie, let them know.
I'm trying to get that Palomalu money, man. But yeah. So please, if you would like to participate in our bracket, I think Chris has the link down here somewhere.
You can always get the link by following me, you know, RL Climb SP on Twitter. If you know me if you got me on IG, that's sportsbook.russ, DM me. If you got Sterling around, DM him. He'll hit me up. I'll send him the link. We're trying to get everybody, of course. You win $200. This ain't no entry fee. Nigga, you finish number 1 and I'm going to send you $200. It's that fucking simple. You know what I'm saying? Sports Sushi is for the people. But yeah, be sure to watch it. It's the best. Just to everybody, it is the best basketball display that you will see. It is basketball, drugs at the highest level from the morning till night, and shit. A lot of these teams on here that are ranked with low numbers, they ain't gonna see tomorrow. Yeah, they're gonna be out. So, and I think this year, I will say this year was a harder year than most to try to pick even like winners, upsets, and everything like that. Because even teams, Kansas, Alabama, yes, they're really good. But teams like Virginia, Furman, that's the one. Teams like Virginia that play slow, they got to play teams like Furman that are a little bit faster. In college, that means a lot more. Styles really make fights in college, especially in college basketball. So this is going to be, I think this is going to be like one of the best ones we've had since probably the Villanova game winner. Was that 2014?
I believe so.
I think it's going to be a real good one.
As in March Madness, please tune in because you never know really what can happen in March Madness.
You don't. And Sister Jean's not here this year though, but you know, I remember Sister Jean. That shit was live.
Michigan put them boys out. So
damn, see, look at him smile.
I had to.
All right, so we got our either or coming up next. So Russ, what you got for me, baby?
Oh damn, you didn't do it. Oh, there he goes. Hey, put that shit on. What's up? It's time for the either or. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple for you. So this one, of course, we stand on topic with the tight end love. Y'all gonna like this one. Travis Kelce or Rob Gronkowski?
That's a hard one, bro.
Ooh, you said I got silent for a second?
I gotta go Gronk.
Damn, you didn't want to hear the stats?
I mean, we kind of know.
I gotta go Gronk.
But do you? This shit, as always, see, that's why I love when people be like, I think we know. As always, I know Gronk is out the league, you know what I'm saying? He did retire, but as always, I do these either ors to get our picks in, and I love to give y'all the stats because it's a lot closer than you think. And if you know me, you know who I pick. Like, there's not even a debate. I just did this. I got mad respect for Travis Kelce. There is no one I would rather play in my tight end position than Robert Gronkowski. But be that as it may, did you guys know that Travis Kelce has only played one more game in the NFL than Rob Gronkowski?
Did not know that.
It's a great time. That's why I love that I picked it at this time, because they're still very close. 143 for Rob Gronkowski, 144 games played for Travis Kelce. Now, as far as targets are concerned, Rob Gronkowski has 960 targets. I respect that, Matt. Kelce is a great pick. Targets for Travis Kelce, 1,146. Now we have receptions, 621 for Rob Gronkowski, 814 for Travis Kelce. Catch percentage, 71 for Travis Kelce, 64.7 for Rob Gronkowski. Receiving yards, 10,344 for Travis Kelce, 9,286 for Rob Gronkowski. Here's where it gets interesting. Yards per catch, 15 for Rob, 12.7 for Travis. We'll give him 13 because, like Sterling told y'all, we round up here in Sports Section. We round up. So here's where it goes crazy, though. Touchdowns, 92 for Rob Gronkowski, Mr. Red Zone threat. But also, would you not say that Travis Kelce is a red zone threat?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
69. That differential is crazy to me. That difference is crazy to me because I would have sure thought Travis Kelce would have been more up there. First downs, Travis Kelce has caught 554. Rob Gronkowski, 469. Longest catch, there's an 80-yarder from Travis Kelce, 76-yarder from Rob Gronkowski. Yards per target, 9.7 for Rob Gronkowski, 9.9 flat for Travis Kelce. Receptions per game, 5.7 for Travis Kelce, 4.3 for Rob Gronkowski, and receiving yards per game, 71 for Travis, or 72, we round up, 72 for Travis Kelce, and 65 for Rob Gronkowski. This is one of the closest ones we've had, though.
All right, so Matt Sherrod said that also you missed the stat that Gronk missed a game-winning tackle against the Dolphins in overtime, which I do.
Oh my God! Did you know what? That should not ever matter. But Gronk, I will say that's the first time I looked at Gronk and said, "Damn, my nigga,
yeah, what?
You look unathletic." He like that shit. I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "That was crazy." He just looked like he was lost. But I think the whole Patriot team was lost. But I think in either pick that anybody has, put them in the comments again. Like, subscribe, hit that bell. You know what I'm saying? Sports Sushi always got you if you got us. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I'm interested to see what a lot of people pick. Me, of course, it's Gronk for me. It's all. I mean, both of them have clutch catches. I really can't. This is a pick 'em to me. This shows what type of tight end you like. Do you like the guy that's gonna get out there and go and get dirty, or do you like the one that's gonna be smooth with it and still get the job done while showing all the strength he needs to? So. Pick who you like. I prefer Gronk. That's me.
I think we all are pretty much in on Gronk.
Any dude that can make Rick Ross drink enough to throw up backstage on a concert, you got it, bro. That's partying hard.
Well, yeah. My choice is Gronk.
And then to ask Rick Ross, "Hey man, you want me to tell everybody you're throwing up?"
Gronk is, he's
different.
He is a special whatchamacallit. You said that's the Buffalo and Gronk.
That sure is. Gronk would definitely cover himself in mustard.
Yes, I can definitely see Gronk
and jump through a table.
Yes.
Hell, if y'all give me some goggles, y'all get Sports Sushi live enough, I'll cover myself in fucking mustard and jump through a fucking table. But if I do that, Sterling, you got to wear a cowboy hat and come to Dallas.
Oh shit, I'll do it.
Listen, but you got to come in the full. But you got to come in the full cowboy attire. I'm hit up my nigga Chase Dollars, and we gonna get you the full cowboy attire. Like you got to dress in a full cowboy attire.
I don't know, dog.
Boots and everything.
Boots. Cowboy.
Boots, yeah, boots and everything. We got you'll fit. We got some shit that fits Texas. Everything's big in Texas, my brother. We got
I'm not that big. I'm just saying,
But if y'all can make it happen, you know what I'm saying? If we get to 1,000 subscribers before the fucking football season starts, I will call Chris and Sterling, and they will tell me how to get my ass up to Buffalo. I'll get goggles. I'm wearing goggles because I'm not getting mustard in my eyes. I will cover myself, and I'll even wear swim trunks. I will cover myself in mustard and jump through a table. But You know what, Chris? You got to do it too. Chris and Sterling got to come to Dallas, and they have to wear blue and silver full cowboy attire designed by me and my homie Chase Dallas.
Okay, done.
All right.
And we talking boots and everything. We gonna put y'all niggas in Spurs. Okay. Like y'all gonna be booted out.
All right,
dog.
Y'all gonna be looking like cowboy chilies, man.
You already know. Hey, they you don't know until you get the text. We gonna have you ready. We gonna have you ready, boy.
But no, let's go to the NFL. But we're gonna stick with the Dallas Cowboys. One of my favorite topics.
Wait, is it a deal? Is it a deal? Is it a deal?
I think it's a deal.
All right, Chris. No, Chris Sterling speaks for you. It's a deal for you too. It's the Bills Mafia, not the Bills Sterling. Y'all work as one. So yes. So hey, get the followers up. You know what I'm saying? I'll cover myself in mustard and jump through a table.
All right, man. So we go to
break my skinny ass back. Man, be like,
we're gonna stay in Dallas, Texas. So we have our love it or hate it with our boy Russ. It is funny because a couple of days ago, man,
bruh. I had an angry message ready. You know what I mean? I was ready to get serious and mad at the same time. I was ready to go crazy, waving the arms and everything. This nigga went got Stephon Gilmore. I feel like, man, Stephen Jones, I still don't like you. I'm not gonna be real. Like, I still don't like you. I probably will never like you, but I love that move. I do love the move. The Zeke move hurts. I understand it, but I hope that we find a running back that can block. As of right now, Cowboys, do I love or hate you? I'm indifferent, but I can stand you. We can chill. You're not washed.
What about
he's cleaned? He's cleaned.
It amounts for something.
I mean, but no. If we were getting him to save our defense, then that would be a problem, Chris. We're not getting him to save our defense. We're adding a piece. And he's a piece that could play alongside our main corner, which is Diggs. And our main problem last year was our corners fell like flies. We lost Anthony Brown, and we lost Jordan Lewis. And then we had a bunch of rookies and backups playing, and Kelvin Joseph showed us that some draft picks always don't turn out the way you want them right away. You know what I'm saying? Even though they look the part. So, and that's not to say he's not going to get there, but not there yet, my brother. So I love that pickup. I don't think it'll be Tampa Reeves. Don't do him like that. If anything, if we ever play Amari Cooper, he'll lock that nigga up. He's good at that. Somewhere in America, Amari Cooper says, "Should we play the Cowboys this year?" No, he locked that motherfucker up. No, I think he's still trying to get open. But I will have to say I have to pick love or hate. I will go love. I still would like to see some things done on the offensive side of the ball to address the wide receiver position. DeAndre Hopkins, would love to have him. But me personally, I would more rather see a speed guy that can get open deep quickly. But if we happen to get Hopkins, I'm not going to be mad. But Brandon Cooks is the guy that I want. But we'll see what happens.
You want Brandon Cooks over DeAndre
yes.
Hopkins?
Now it's not a matter. No. It's not a matter of like, do I think Brandon Cooks is better than DeAndre Hopkins? Because no. But one thing that I noticed that the Cowboys are really, really, really missing is a guy that can spread the field. Now I don't know if he's Cook. I know Houston Texans were trash, and you know what I'm saying, that plays into a part of how hard a guy plays. Now, I do know the Brandon Cooks that we have seen for years is very good at doing his job, and his job is stretching the field. I do think that the Cowboys would be better. Like I said, I'm not going to poo-poo DeAndre Hopkins. I'm saying scheme-wise, after Cedric Wilson left, I noticed a big, big drop. Now, I know people will say, well, your offense is going to change because you got rid of Kellen Moore. At the same time, if you have a CD Lamb and a DeAndre Hopkins, you have the same type of guy out there. There's only so much middle, and Gallup, too. There's only so much middle of the field that we can eat up. You know what I'm saying? So if every guy that you got is a guy that eats up the middle of the field and makes spectacular catches, contested catches, at some point, like, we don't need that. So that's where I'm coming from this. Like, we have a CeeDee Lamb, and I believe that a CeeDee Lamb is the archetype of a DeAndre Hopkins. He's a guy that eats up the middle of the field. He's a guy that can go deep, but he's not going to burn anybody, and he makes contested catches. Me personally, I don't want to. I feel like you can have two good receivers. I don't want to. If I have a guy that makes contested possession catches, the guy on the other side needs to be a burner. And then the slot guy needs to be quick as fuck. shifty as hell. You know what I'm saying? So I can give the defense different looks. But that's just a personal opinion of mine. But hell no, DeAndre Hopkins is way better than Brandon Cooks. But Brandon Cooks, to me, fits the mold of what I would want to do with an offense as far as burners. Now, DJ Chark is another one. If you want me to go younger, DJ Chark is another one. But I don't want to sign him. I don't want to sign him to a con. I don't trust him.
So just go draft Jalen Hyatt.
I believe in that. I would love that. Because I would love that. I would love that.
You got CeeDee Lamb, who was a superb route runner, right? You probably want to get a tight end that can.
You think he's gonna be available though?
Well, where you guys pick? I mean, for you guys,
for me, it's him. For me, you're right. For me, it's him or Zay Flowers because Tillman didn't run fast enough for me.
So
if Tillman would have ran fast enough for me and I saw it on tape, I would take Cedric Tillman because he's a Jordy Nelson clone. But I don't think he's as fast as Jordy.
I feel like for your offense, Jalen Hyatt is a better fit in your offense than Zay Flowers is.
You're right about that, but Jalen Hyatt also, I believe, is better. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I don't. It's tough. Yeah, Zay Flowers is better, but it's not by a month.
No, I think Hyatt is better. I think Hyatt is better.
Zay Flowers is better.
I think Zay Flowers has more of a dog in him. But I think any guy that gets open on Alabama like that is better. I don't care. Talent-wise, I think that Hyatt is better. But I think Zay Flowers has more dog in him.
I mean, look, I think if you would have put Zay Flowers on the field with Boston College against Alabama, he would have cooked their ass too. He when you turn like
I can't argue too much with that.
Running, the dude is just smooth. He's just so smooth. But Jalen Hyatt for your offense, bro, that'd be dirty.
Yeah. I believe in it. I believe in it. But my whole thing is like, I was yelling for Pickens last year, and it just for some reason wide receivers and the Cowboys don't match up unless we pick them first overall. You know what I'm saying? Or unless we get a gem like Gallup or Cedric Wilson. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm looking at it through that lens. Like the Hyatts don't normally fall to us. You know what I'm saying? Zay Flowers don't fall to us. You know what I'm saying? So someone else normally nabs them quick. But I do feel you.
Take a late round flyer on Kayshon Boutte.
Yeah.
He's not. But for me, he's not a. Do you think he's a guy that stretches the field?
Well, he's very similar to Pickens in terms of physical ability, right?
I think Pickens is faster though and can stretch the field
slightly, but Boutte.
But Pickens is a monster though, so we kind of. It's
okay.
But I feel you though. I feel what you're saying.
What about like Tank Dell? Tank Dell can get it done. Or if you really want to go just for speed, Trey Palmer, you can get him probably in the 6th round.
Okay, that's okay. Oh, and let's skip Penn State, right?
Trey Palmer was Nebraska.
No, okay, not him. What's the Palmer from Penn State?
You're talking about
Jordan?
Washington. I know
you're
talking about Parker Washington.
Is it Washington? I thought his last name was Palmer.
No, so Trey Palmer played for Nebraska.
I know what you're talking about. I know he's a quick guy from Nebraska. Bro. At that point, you're just digging in the bag and hoping you get a prize with him.
But
you never know.
Okay. No, he's fat. No, he checks the boxes being like you're giving me speed guys, but I'm just like, if you're at that case, just get Josh Downs and call it a day.
Like
if you're at that point, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're at that point, just get Josh Downs because I know he's gonna do his job.
Like to basically because I know before the trade deadline we were talking about this. The Cowboys were interested in Cooks and they were gonna try to make a deal for him, a trade for him, but it didn't work for whatever
they wanted
reason.
Too much.
Right.
And I think now that the Texans have signed another veteran in their room, Bobby Trees is coming in and is pretty much is going to be the leader, the veteran in that room. I still feel that they're going to deal Cooks, and just for the fact that he kind of was wish-washy out here. He wanted out. Now he wants to stay, and then it's kind of so. I think they're going to since they got Bobby Trees, Robert Woods signed. I think they're going. Bobby Trees.
I'm glad you clarified for the public, but I was like, this man that said it like 2 times. Who the fuck is Bobby Trees? I was like, I'm gonna let Boogie.
You gotta call.
If it's your first time tuning in to Sports Sushi, we make the nicknames all day. You're gonna get when you fucking with us.
But yeah, so Robert Woods, I think that he's gonna take that spot in that wide receiver room, and they'll part ways with Brandon Cooks. So
I just think that. From what I've seen, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Whenever Brandon Cooks has a reason or he wants to be a part of it or he has a reason to play, quote unquote, like he does his job. Like he stretches the fuck out the field. And I just think that that's the one thing that the Dallas Cowboys are missing on the offense is they need a guy that's going to stretch out the field so that CD can do his work and so that Michael Gallup can do his work.
That's why they got T.Y. Hilton whenever they
exactly. And it worked, and it worked to an extent. It worked to an extent. So
I say go the rookie route because you get a cost control player that you can develop, and it fits his one niche for now until he could develop other skills. I mean, I think this draft class doesn't have a lot of top end talent receiver, but I think there's a lot of good solid depth guys with traits like that can stretch the field. So
it's got a lot of guys that'll do their job. But one thing I do hate. Jerry Jones, stop fucking getting mad pissy about Dak's contract. God damn, man. Like we'll cover this. We may not get into this week, but we're probably getting to it at another show. Probably next week we'll probably get into what constitutes a good draft pick. And like you drafted the guy in the fourth. You drafted the guy in fourth round. He becomes a perennial Pro Bowler. And you bitching about the fact that you got to pay him. And when you had to pay him, it was a lot. Now you got a discount. Shut the fuck up. And Stephen Jones, keep spending money. You ain't tricked nobody. I'm sorry, I do have love, but you still got to bitch at him because, Stephen out there like I done something. Stephen, we watching your motherfucking ass because we know it's you because all Jerry do is drink Johnny Walker Blue. You out here making decisions.
He said,
Steven's the guy that had Von Miller on deck saying that he wanted to play for the team, and Stephen Jones said, "See where it says Randy Gregory? Yeah, just mark that out and put Von Miller. Switch the name and see what he say." Like, nah, bro. Like, nah. Stephen Jones is the cheapest. Stephen Jones, literally, as a Cowboy fan, I feel like I ask Stephen Jones for McDonald's every day, and he look over in the back seat and ask me, "You got McDonald's money?" And I look at him and say, "No." Bitch ass nigga. I look at him like I said, "Yo, can we go to Jack in the Box, Steve? I'm hungry." He goes, "No, we got Jack in the Box at home." We ain't got Jack in the Box at home. Jack in the Box is DeAndre Hopkins. We got Michael Gallup at home. That is not the same thing. Go out there and spend more money. Hey, Gilmore is not enough. Shit, you brought flowers. Take me to dinner too.
All right. So speaking of not enough and spending money, man, free agency is underway. And it's been a whirlwind of signings of people going to new teams. Yeah.
I didn't have time to click the button,
but yes, man. A lot of new
Aaron Rodgers admitted that he's trying to get to the Jets.
Let's get into it, dog. But boy,
Sterling, what's up? What you got? No, Sterling, what you got? What's your? I'm gonna let Sterling jump it off.
So Orlando Brown just signed with the Bengals.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Woo!
The Bengals.
Yeah, he got the bag. Free agency has been it's not as like blockbuster.
Wait, can I ask you a question? Hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. Wait. So Orlando Brown has got to be the pettiest offensive lineman ever. So this man gets drafted by the Ravens and goes to the second round of the Ravens, and I believe they lost to the Chiefs, did they not? Mm-hmm. Then he goes to the Chiefs and wins the Super Bowl. Yep. And then when the Chiefs say, "Man, we're not gonna pay it," I'm gonna go play for Joe Burrow, bro. Y'all got me fucked up. Your other rival. Like, this man is always going to another rival. Shout out to Oklahoma one time. We make the best offensive lineman. You know what I'm talking about? Talk about it. We'll talk about it next week. But OU, think about it. Think about it real quick. You know it, Sterling. You know it. You know it. Hey, we O-line university, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't go that far.
Who got better O-linemen than Oklahoma?
Well, I mean, Penn State. They put guys in there. Wisconsin.
We're gonna do this next week. We'll do this next week.
Wisconsin?
Next week is O-line. Yeah. Next week is O-line week. And that's what I say. Y'all think I don't know, but I know because you got that
Wisconsin
vibe. Man, Wisconsin ain't put nobody out like Trent.
Oh God.
Yeah, I got an anchor for your ass.
Chris says I smell either or. You need.
Yeah. Oh, you already know. You already know. But nah. Shit, we done gotten to the old lineman. But no, I just found it to be hilarious that he ends up going to the rival of the team that he used to play for every time, and most of the time that team he picks wins. So that's something to look at. What y'all think about? Well, I guess wherever you want to start.
Yeah. Let's start with Aaron Rodgers, since that was the bigger.
So look, Aaron Rodgers is gonna wind up being a New York Jet. I was just on a podcast with Antoine Staley, who covers the Jets for New York Times. Mm-hmm. You don't follow Antoine's, follow him, but we were on talking about your boy Aaron Rodgers, and it's likely he's going to become a Jet. The deal is that the parameters are in place. He wasn't allowed to say what the compensation was, but I feel like why, again, if you're the Jets, why sign up for? My question was, why sign up for this Aaron Rodgers saga? And it's like he said, ownership wants to get out and get into the playoffs, and if Robert Saleh and these guys don't, they out of here. So they're going all in on this. And I do feel like they're a quarterback away, but when Rodgers plays for 1 year, 2 at the most, then what are you going to do? You're going to be back at square one. So they want 2 first-round picks. Allegedly. So we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Right, that's a lot. Like, if you're going to do that, go get Lamar Jackson, right?
Thank you. As we go down that road, that's where that leads.
It don't make sense to me.
Yes, yeah. The 2 picks is what threw me off. I do believe the Jets would be a lot better with him. I believe that the talent that he's going to have, people that want to come.
or if you're the 49ers, why wouldn't you trade Trey Lance and a first-round pick for Lamar Jackson?
Now, no, that's the whole. I don't know what teams are going to do, but I do know that all this collusion shit is going to end once that people really look at the mirror and say, like, I want, because San Francisco, that trade right there, be awesome. Again, I'll throw the Cowboys into it. If you and Dak are beefing, Steven, shit, put that shit on the table. Lamar fit in a lot of places. But as far as Aaron Rodgers is concerned, I think you do it. I just think it would be really funny because I believe in, if you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it. And I would think it'd be really funny if Aaron Rodgers goes there, has a great start to the season. They look like gangbusters. He gets hurt. And then he decides, I'm really still pissed at Green Bay, and goes and tries to play for the Vikings because Kirk Cousins can't get it done, and goes and throws the Jettas before the end of his career, kind of like someone else. So I would find that to be very, very hilarious. And it's going down that path, people. I'm just letting y'all know. I ain't trying to predict the future, but shit, it's looking similar. But the Jets could use them. 2 first-round picks, though. I mean,
too high.
It is, unless you win. It is, and it's one of those things. Because if I was to tell y'all, if none of y'all would answer me no. If I was to say, would you trade 2 first-round picks for a Super Bowl? Y'all not saying no.
Yes, I am.
Nobody, Sterling, come on, bro. You're not saying no, bro.
That's not fair, though, because you got to put more.
But that's what you're doing, though. I mean, that's the situation they're in. They're literally saying, do we trade 2? The Jets are saying, do we give up 2? Because either way, that's what you're doing.
They're not getting to the Super Bowl. Who they beat?
I'm saying? I'm saying with both quarterbacks. You can say it with both quarterbacks, Lamar or Aaron. You're asking yourself, 2 first-round picks for a fucking championship. Because I'm not getting these motherfuckers just to make the playoff.
In the context of our conversation for those 2 quarterbacks, no, I'm not doing that.
You're not giving up 2 first-round picks.
Because I'm not going to win a championship.
Well, no. You change it. I'm not
going to win one.
No. See, I'm saying though. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not. I'm saying you're saying that's what you think. I'm asking you.
That's what I know.
No, okay, that's cool. So name them whatever else. You can name them Willie Beeman and the nigga from the longest yard. Would you trade 2 first-round picks for a Super Bowl?
Yeah,
that's the question.
If it's that easy.
That is the question I'm asking is, would you trade 2 first-round picks for a Super Bowl?
For a game?
Because your thought process doesn't immediately go to, oh no, what if I lose? That's your thought process. Is Aaron Rodgers or Lamar Jackson, and the thought of, do we have a chance to get a Super Bowl with them? Yes. Do we have yeah, exactly, Chris. Do we have a chance to get a Super Bowl without them? Fuck no. Do I have a chance to get a Super Bowl with them? Yes. Now you're asking yourself, okay, with that chance, do I think I can win? Sterling, you answered that question. Now, if you answer that question, yes, then your next step is 2 first-round picks worth it? And yes. Who gives a fuck? The Rams do not give a fuck. The Rams as a fan base might give a fuck, but ask Sean McVay in a room with a bottle of Irish whiskey and a time on his hands, do you care about this lost season? Fuck no.
Fuck them picks.
I won a fucking yes. We made shirts that said "fuck them picks." Aaron Donald literally said, "I'm gonna pay because y'all niggas gonna pay me." Like so. Like with that being said, because I disagree, I do think that Aaron Rodgers gives you a great chance to win a Super Bowl, and you can win one with him on the Jets with that receiving core and that defense. And I do think that Lamar Jackson is a quarterback that can get you there. I think both them guys are. Now, the question is, to me, how am I going to deal with it afterwards? And we're about to see with the Rams how they deal with the after effects of giving away our picks. And the 49ers didn't win, so that's the other thing. You do it all and you don't win, and everybody gets hurt. How do you feel? You know what I'm saying? No one's shitting on the 49ers. They don't have any picks to trade. That's why we're talking about Trey Lance getting mixed in. Everybody's cool with them. They did the dance and lost. And everybody's like, but you got McCaffrey. Fuck that. Like I'm with the Rams. We did that shit and we won. We traded our picks and we got a quarterback and we fucking won. Everybody loves the San Francisco 49ers. They did that shit and fucking lost. Injuries and everything, but they fucking lost. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't want to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if it takes me getting one of these two guys to put my team in a position, there's going to be a million Sterlings that don't think we can do it. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because on the other side, Sterling, no, there's going to be me and Russells that say, you know, Kirk Cousins ain't going to get that shit done. You know what I'm saying? Or another quarterback. There's always going to be a doubter. You know what I'm saying? So I think the question is, are you willing to give up those 2 picks for a fucking Super Bowl? And the answer to me is yes, undoubtedly. Yes. So do that shit. Pick whoever you want, but do that shit.
All right. So Chris is over here steadily saying that the Jets and Rodgers is still not good enough to win.
How? I know you don't have enough to bring Chris. Come in and tell me how.
Let me go bring it up. Let me bring it up so I can read the full thing.
Just bring him in here.
Yes, like what the fuck? Yes, like what are we doing? Talk. Yeah, like come and tell us how.
If they were to able to use those 2 picks to draft final pieces to the puzzle, I think maybe they have a chance. But if you take those picks off the table and then bring in Rodgers, and they've got to do it this season or the next season, no, they're not good enough.
Right. Is he talking?
You hear him?
You hear him? I don't think no. Sterling, he's here. Sterling, he's here.
He's here,
and he's got a Buffalo Bill on his left chest.
Why can't I see
America know that? You can't. Oh, he's here. And he has a Buffalo Bill quarter zip on.
I really wish Sterling heard that because he's the one that would have backed it up.
But where's Sterling go?
Both of y'all are Buffalo fans. He said he's going to be back. Okay, everybody watching. Where's my button?
Listen.
The two Buffalo fans just said that the Jets ain't going to do with Aaron Rodgers. Red alert, Chris.
I have no faith in McDermott. But the Jets still aren't passing them, even with McDermott as the coach. If the Bills had a better coach, they would have 0 chance.
So okay, that's fine. But I'm just saying, so you believe that a team that has Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall, you have Elijah Moore, you have Garrett Wilson, you now have Allen Lazard. You're going to add more pieces. Your defense is already top 5 in the league. Come on, man. Come on. Just say you don't like him.
Hold up. Number one, you're giving the current version of Aaron Rodgers way too much credit, number one. Number two, it's going to take them 2 seasons to build chemistry, and by then he's gone.
They were winning games with Mike White.
Yeah, this is a new offensive coordinator.
It's his.
Still, man,
Sterling, it's his.
Okay,
it's
so
his.
hold on. So Rodgers and Rodgers and Hackett might have it going on, but what about the rest of the receiving corps?
And Nathan Hackett,
not that good.
Their offensive coordinator. Get the fuck out of here.
Is he's mid.
And he can't. He can't coach, but he can be a head. He can't be a head coach, but he can coordinate.
You got Aaron Rodgers who's on the decline from a skills perspective. He's on the decline.
He only needs one. Go ahead.
You got a team that they don't know how to win yet. So you're expecting the selfish, I'm my own person, Aaron Rodgers, to come in and create a culture with the Jets. Is that what we're expecting to win a Super Bowl this year?
Watch this.
Hold up.
It smells like Bills. It smells like Bills.
Hold
up. I smell buffalo. I smell buffalo meat. Hold
up, Russ. Hold up.
Okay.
The point I made when you couldn't hear me initially was if you give the Jets Rodgers and they're allowed to use those 2 first-round picks to fill up their last of their holes, maybe they got a chance. But if you take those 2 picks off the table and just throw them Rodgers, I don't think they have enough, especially in the division that they're competing in.
I don't think they would have enough even with those 2 first-round picks, to be honest.
There you go.
Go ahead.
Let me hit the rewind button and let me remind you guys. Let's take a trip back when the Dolphins added Tyreek Hill. And I was on here saying, man, it's gonna make them formidable, man. They probably gonna be pretty. Hey, hold up. Wait a minute. Flex bomb for Russ one time for bringing up the past. Nah, y'all did the same thing when I said Tyreek Hill was gonna make. Context is Aaron Rodgers is one of the top 5 QBs to ever play this game.
We're talking about the Dolphins right now. Number one, they added Tyreek Hill and they finished with the same fucking record they finished with the other coach. Number 2, they were a field goal away from finishing 4th in the division.
What? Hey, ifs and buts of candy is nuts, but you know what? Hey, if they don't happen,
context
matters. Yeah, and if it was a 5th, we'd all be drunk right now. And I told you they would finish 2nd, and where'd they finish?
A field goal away from 4th.
Okay. Where'd they finish?
So this has
where
nothing to do.
Did they finish? Where did they finish? I don't. What does that equal though?
You know, first of all, we're not talking about the NBA tonight. We're gonna finish the show on this topic. I got some shit to say. Let me tell you something, bro.
Y'all can say whatever you want to say, but all I know what you haven't said is what place they finished in.
Okay, they finished 2nd.
Where'd I say they finished?
Let Sterling cook.
Go ahead.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this: the Dolphins, for the shit show of an organization that they are, I'll give them credit for going out and get Tyreek Hill. But look at all the assets they spent on the defense side of the ball that didn't pan out. And then you forfeit a 1st-round pick this year. Like the Dolphins, they're not in a great shape. They went out and they're spending all this money on Ramsey, right? But
the Dolphins aren't in great shape.
You're really confident Tua's going to play a full season?
We're talking long-term success. We're talking
they're gonna win y'all's division next year.
Okay, I'll bet you.
Unless Rodgers get off. Wait.
Yes or no?
Wait. Because Rodgers has not signed yet.
If you think the Dolphins are going to win the division, it's even dumber for the Jets to get Aaron Rodgers.
No. I said no. Rodgers, as of right now, they'll win at home. But if Rodgers goes, I got Jets, Dolphins, Bills.
Okay.
Patriots.
Because Josh Allen sucks. He sucks now. So I get it. You might put the Bills in the NFC East.
If we're ranking coaches.
You know what? NFC
South.
No,
I'm Chris, that's cold-blooded, bro. Sean can't catch every stray. God dang. Sean McDermott. Punch to your grill. No, bro, no. Okay, so I went too far with the Dolphins. They're not gonna win the division.
They could.
Tua's not gonna be healthy. If Tua plays 16 games, they have a very good chance of winning the division. But his ass is not gonna play with like 8 or 9 games.
Even if he does, look, I'll tell you this, and I'll be 100. I always try to be real honest about the Bills. I don't try to be homerish. The Jets with Aaron Rodgers have a good chance to win the division because that defense is top 5, and Aaron Rodgers just has to do enough not to fuck up. The Dolphins right now, yeah, they're putting look. Like I was on the podcast I was just on, people are talking about, oh, well, the Dolphins ain't shit, even though they got Jalen Ramsey. I said, oh, hold up. Stephon Diggs is not going to pop off for 9 catches and 171 yards on Jalen Ramsey. That's going to be cut in half at least. Right?
And Howard.
And the Bills haven't made any moves.
How did Ramsey do in week 1?
It doesn't matter. He's back with Fangio.
I'll tell you. So
that Fangio?
But he didn't get all that on Jalen Ramsey. That's the thing. The Bills have to move Stephon Diggs in motion and to create yardage and to be gimmicky.
I think he should be their slot receiver.
Well, I like him on the outside, but he should play more in the slot. I agree with that. But the Jets and the Dolphins couldn't win the division this year. The Bills haven't done enough from a personnel standpoint as of right now in free agency to where I'm like, yo, are we really that much better than the Jets? Are we really that much better than the Dolphins? The answer is no. But Josh Allen is the one that changes the whole picture of all that. And the Bills have a team that's better suited for long-term success of these other teams. So we're talking about variables with the Jets. We're talking about variables with the Dolphins that we just don't know if they're going to happen.
But the kryptonite for Josh Allen is on his own fucking team.
Sure.
Oh, God. Before he says that, the Cowboys are going to – the reason why the Cowboys ain't got to get into this, the Eagles are dropping players like flies, and the Cowboys are going to win the NFC East next
year. So Eagles are a great case study for this. So the Eagles, what they do well, they draft really, really well. So, like, even though you see Darius Slay leaving and you see guys like Miles Sanders leaving and Javon Hargrave leaving, I know that they're going to hit the draft and they're going to be really good at it.
They already got Jordan Davis.
Phenomenal. Harry Roseman's phenomenal at this.
Yeah.
The Bills, on the other hand, have shown that they're not good at this part.
But this is why I'm not trying to hate it. This is why I'm saying, okay, so the Jets are going to win that division if they get Rodgers. They're going to win the division.
I wouldn't say that. I would say the Bills right now are still the best team in the division. However, it could be like a 12-win Bills, an 11-win Dolphins, and a 9-win Jets. Like, it's not going to be – the Bills aren't going to be destroying these guys like they have been.
If Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets, they're going to win at least 13 games next year.
We're counting on a Breece Hall who might play half the season. So, and then what about the offensive line? So you're giving away 2 first-round picks. What are the Jets going to do on offensive line? Because they haven't signed anybody on offensive line, and that offensive line is trash. What are they going to do?
What the fuck has Rodgers done the last 5 seasons? All of a sudden, he's just going to be great.
We're just making on Russ saying that Aaron Rodgers is the MVP. Aaron Rodgers. It's not that it's not has nothing to do with him being MVP Aaron Rodgers. Nigga, you just said there are 13 wins. Tell me
13 wins because how many games go ahead, what's up?
Can they do that with Zach Wilson?
He's getting injured.
Hell no.
13
13 games with Zach Wilson?
No, because Zach Wilson's gonna fuck it up. He's gonna make mistakes. So for every pick or mistake that Zach Wilson makes for fucking it up, Aaron Rodgers is going to throw a touchdown, put them in field goal range, going to get points.
He's gonna have 100 touchdowns.
Do you know a Packer?
I'm not saying he's going. Guys, I just said he is not going to fuck it up. When you have a team that is a defensive-led team, your main goal is to have a quarterback who does not fuck it up and that can score in the clutch. Now, are you going to tell me that Ghost, I get you because I saw it earlier. Aaron Rodgers is going to choke again. If he does, that's on him. But if you are actually going to put a quarterback in place on a team with a defense like that, and then you add, again, Alan Lazard, a guy that he knows, Garrett Wilson, we know what he's about. Then you're going to have, unless they get rid of him, you got Elijah Mitchell. Is it Mitchell? Yeah, Elijah Mitchell. Bro, weapons all around the place. Like, whoever the tight end is going to be a fucking star by default because he's going to be open and Aaron's going to get him the ball. Again, Breece Hall, yes, we're hoping that he comes back. Yeah, if he does.
Allen in Green Bay was more than 2 seasons and Josh Allen didn't exist, I might agree with you.
This is not an indictment against how cold Josh Allen.
No, it's not. I don't think it's a slight.
Like this is about the Jets and what they've added. They were winning games with Mike White. They had a quarterback they didn't like and were winning games.
They were winning because that defense and Breece Hall were killing.
That's my point. And you put Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers don't gotta be the MVP. Y'all remember Peyton Manning? Y'all remember Peyton Manning in Denver? We'll look at another way. Y'all remember, like I said, it could also mirror Favre. Favre went to the Jets, and what happened?
It was hold on. That's where I was going to go with this, because it's the perfect example. Because the Jets thought they were quarterback away back then too, and they got a washed-up quarterback that was.
He wasn't washed.
He was washed mentally. He was half in, half out.
Chris, they were winning before he tore his shit up.
He wanted to be on the Vikings.
You're the voice of reason here.
Wait, before you say that, Chris, you have to admit, Brett Favre got hurt, bro. They were winning the division. They had won like 7 straight games.
I would bet anything Rodgers gets hurt this season as well.
And I said history repeats. What did I say, guys? History repeats itself when you don't know it. So the Jets, y'all are walking into that trap if it does happen. But ifs and buts are candy and nuts, and we don't have a nice
heart is into this.
And there's no guarantee that he's going to play like poop.
If they start out hot, maybe he is. But if they struggle a little bit and there's chemistry problems and all of that, I just see it being a bad marriage.
I think
maybe a wild card, a one and done. Great.
I think this line is drawn between those of us that
for a one and done.
How do you feel about Aaron Rodgers?
All right, so look, this is
Chris just said bye. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. Bye.
Look, this is how I feel about the situation, and we got about 8 minutes till we close out. Look, this is what I know about football, and this is what I know. The Jets are going to always find a way to fuck it up. Damn.
I cannot wait.
It has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, y'all that be kicking at the sushi bar. If it's your first time, this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. This is nothing new. Y'all got
always find a way to mess it up. And the thing is that I want to see them kind of get over the hump, but I don't believe it's going to happen. So before Aaron Rodgers went to his retreat, he was 90% out the door. He was pretty much done. Mm-hmm. And then, he comes in, did whatever, now he's back. That doesn't give me like a seal of, they're going to do much. Like, I genuinely think, because the deal is not even done yet, really and truly, and it could fall apart.
Can I tell you what I heard about Aaron Rodgers through a source? Can I tell you? Can I tell you?
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers, instead of working with his rookie receivers, was nowhere to be found this offseason. He was doing Aaron Rodgers stuff. And so instead of being at the facility with these young guys, if it was about them, Aaron Rodgers and his legacy and winning and helping the team, because you are the franchise quarterback, you make different decisions. And because he's not willing to sacrifice those things, I think it's going to be harder than it needs to be. Now, I will side with you on this, Russ. If he comes in and he's ready to play, he's like, you know what? I'm going to dedicate myself to this team, and whatever we got to do to win, I'm going to get Allen Lazard, I'm going to get Garrett Wilson on the same page, our slot receiver Elijah Moore, all that. We're going to get on the same page, offensive line. We're going to work on cadence. We're going to work on timing. If he did that, I would say, you know what? With that defense, you could win the AFC East. But because Aaron Rodgers is extremely selfish and about himself, that is the thing that's going to keep them from winning a title. We see talented teams, Buffalo Bills, go to the playoffs and tear up the regular season. But when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, right, what are they going to do if they even get there? And you can bring up the Rams if you want to.
I'm not going to bring up the Rams. Okay, the Rams prove the problem. I'm gonna take it a whole another way.
Go ahead.
Because I always give a little advice for those out there living life. I think they so. What'd you say Aaron Rodgers was? He was extremely selfish and what?
Extremely selfish.
Okay, who what else is extremely selfish? A woman. And so when a woman is mad and scorned and is not getting her way, when a woman is mad and scorned, listen, hold up, wait. Let me drop this real quick. Because people have been there. You may not have been this man, but you probably know this man, and I'm sorry for that man if you know you. You seen a man say, she ain't never do that for me. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers in that, she ain't never do that for me. Because when he get there and he start calling them young receivers, the Green Bay Packers going to say, he ain't never do that with us. Because he didn't want to be there. He didn't want to be there. Hey, Boogie. Aaron Rodgers, the Jets are doing everything that Aaron Rodgers wants, and he's going to give them everything back in return because he wants to be there. He didn't want to be in Green Bay. He told Green Bay, I'm tired of this. I don't want to be here no more. So don't be wondering what's going on when Aaron Rodgers look like he having fun in New York because he want to be there. He going to do what he need to do. And like I said before, you seen it before. She ain't never do that for me. Why she do that for you? Because
you acting like the Jets got a fat ass and they don't. That ass is slender,
Paul,
buddy.
no, but see, that's why you look at it the wrong way. Pause. You're looking at it the wrong way. It ain't the Jets. Pause. Aaron Rodgers got the fat ass. It ain't the Jets. The Jets is out there trying. Aaron Rodgers is the one with the fat ass. He the one that they trying to get. Aaron Rodgers is over there. Aaron Rodgers done been.
That is zesty.
Very much so. Very much so. But you the one that said the Jets had the fat ass, so I had to put it in perspective. Aaron Rodgers is the one they're trying to get right now. He the one with the fat ass. Aaron Rodgers is the one that they want to get right now. Not the other way around. That's not how it goes. The Jets have been looking at Aaron Rodgers in the background, and his Facebook profile finally says single. And they like, come on, we trying to go get it, dog. Like, and he's gonna do some different things for the Jets than he did for the Green Bay Packers because he wants to be.
Chris,
I love your optimism.
Clip that.
He wants to be in that room. He wants to be in that room. Hey, man, that's all.
The whole Aaron Rodgers got a fat
okay,
ass.
so right now, yes, because right now y'all gonna be like y'all laughing, but it's in 2 months when Aaron Rodgers out there throwing to these rookies and doing all these drills, y'all be like, damn, why he acting right?
Why do you sound like our uncle right now?
Because that's where you're trying to be. Hey, because when you where you trying to be, you're gonna do what you got to do to stay. He don't want to be in Green Bay. He's tired of Green Bay. What I said earlier. Hey, I'm gonna throw it down. You can pick it up if you want to. You know what I'm talking about?
All right, y'all. Look,
let's
go ahead.
Stupid.
Let's wrap it up, y'all.
Nigga, I hate you tonight, nigga.
You know what? I just want to let the public know too. This is week 51. Next week we really gonna be live because that's our 1 year birthday in this bitch. 52 weeks of solid bullshit. This show sucks, but none of us do. So hey, we love to have you. You know what I'm talking about?
All right, man. So check it out. We're gonna close it up here. We're gonna push our NBA topics to next week. We're gonna talk about the Dylan Brooks and Draymond Green saga.
When your idols become your rivals.
Yes. So we're gonna also talk about the new brand of basketball, the NBA. How my boy Russ said, the era of the super teams is over. So we'll get into that and a bunch of other topics next week. But like always, tune in, subscribe. You can follow us all on social media. Sports Sushi on Twitter, sports_sushi on Instagram. You can find me at DJ Slow Boogie with INE, not a Y, on Snapchat, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, all that there. Where can they find you good fellas at?
Yeah, you can find me at Twitter, Furrow Sterling. My work is at BuffaloRumblings.com. But also I have a budding TikTok account, Steelo Show. It's popping. So, you can find me there. Put that shit on.
Yeah. Yeah. Where you at, Russ?
You right now. You can find me on Twitter. That's RLClimbSP. You can find me at sportsplug.russ. Sportsplug.russ. 3 on TikTok. Look at Sportsplug. You'll find my ugly mug. You can also find me on Instagram, sportsplug.russ on there. And also, as always, you can look up Sportsplug Clothing Co. That's Sportsplug Clothing Co. That's Twitter as well. I mean, that's Twitter. That's IG. Go cop a shirt. You know what I'm saying? We the new wave. It's all about betterment. Get plugged into the better you. And as always, I had some dumb shit to say, but I think I said it already. I love you guys and shit. Go on about your business. And here's what it was. I'm sorry. Chris, Sterling, good luck to every team in the AFC East that is not the motherfucking Buffalo Bills, because I am Haterade Johnson on y'all niggas for the rest 365 days. Go Dolphins and go Jets. JETSDOLPHNSINS. Shit.